Thank you for joining me today with ITD Academy. And in this session, I'm just going to be going over a dispatcher's role. And so, a dispatcher's role during the day, a dispatcher is going to wear a whole bunch of hats, So, a dispatcher is also going to have a lot of skills. So, the skills that a dispatcher is going to have are computer skills, um, phone skills, and also organizational skills as well. Communication skills as well. So these are a lot of skills to have. And so the dispatcher is definitely um, an important piece of the cog when it comes to logistics, right? So, and like I said, in this session, we're going to be going over, what that role is for that dispatcher. So on a daily basis, the dispatcher is going to make cold calls, and these cold calls are usually to carriers, especially when if a dispatcher is barely starting and doesn't have a lot of carriers, So when you're first starting, you definitely want to get in there and call carriers and get them signed on and things like that. Okay, and also apart from being on the phone all the time, there's a lot of paperwork as well. Just especially when you're doing the back office work for the carrier, you're gonna have to do the carrier broker packets, and it all depends on what you and the carrier have agreed upon as far as what you're going to be taking care of, if you're going to be tracking fuel for IFTA, things like that. But those are some skills as well that you're going to be needing as well. But also during that daily routine, you're going to be talking to a lot of brokers and booking loads. And so, during that daily routine, you definitely want to have your routine down when you're a dispatcher, because it just helps your day go faster if you have a process. And so, a process is very important. All right. And so you have to communicate with the potential customer, okay, whether it's going to be your carrier or your broker. And also, like I said, you're going to be doing carrier broker packets, and these carrier broker packets are pretty extensive sometimes, where you're just going to, but also they can come in electronically, so you just want to make sure you have your computer skills up. But with ITD Academy, we teach you all of that stuff. We teach you about how to get your process down, and also how to manage loads, and also gain carriers as well. But we wanted to make sure that you understood what a dispatcher's role is. And so I'll go into that a little bit more. So a dispatcher's role is basically helping the carrier on his or her behalf. And so when you're helping the carrier, you're taking off a lot off of their plate as far as dispatching goes, because now you've taken off the paperwork off of them, you've taken the cold calling off of them, the compliance, everything. So all they have to do is worry about driving that truck, getting that freight from point A to point B. And so that's very important. And so here at ITD Academy, um, we're going to show you that, how to improve the bottom line for your carrier so that way you're irreplaceable. And yeah, get that process going on a daily basis so that way once you get up, you get ready, you put your pants on, your socks on, and you're out the door, right? So with the dispatching process, we want you to have that same mentality, that same natural, fluid routine um, as you're going through the day. So whether it's booking loads, doing a carrier broker agreement, um, whether it's negotiating rates on behalf of your carrier, ITD Academy wants you to know that there's a process, and we can show you that process. So visit itdacademy.org and go ahead and sign up for the courses, and so that way you can get a better in-depth knowledge of a dispatcher's role and that process that I'm telling you about. So again, thank you for joining me today. And we're just talking about a dispatcher's role. So thanks again. Have a good one.